Hey folks, Maverick Indicators here, top of the morning. I'm looking at this hot pink candle coming down on these weak zones. So let me get in here. I'm going to get into two to start. I may add another contract as we get a little bit further down. And I'll walk you through why we're getting into this trade. Yeah, there we go. All right. Okay, cool. That's as much as I'm going to get into this thing. 3 contracts. I want to show you how amazing these tools are and how they can bring just an incredible amount of clarity to your chart. So first things first, we got a red background. The bears are in control. The bears have been in control since about 9:15. Okay, it's about 9:43 now, and we've been just moving straight down. We got hot pink candles. Hot pink is your strongest downside data candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Let me get back to like Friday. You'll see it right there. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. All right, so think of it like the Maverick AI Pro changes your candles into a heat map of buying and selling, okay? And the strength of that buying and selling. We run a pretty complex formula to figure that out. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen right here. Again, this is early morning action, Monday morning, 5 a.m., but still pertains. Wow, look at this candle. Let's go. Let's go. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Again, red background, hot pink candles. Then down here, let me get that zone out of the way. Then down here, we got the Maverick radar. And the Maverick radar is going through our entire checklist of things that we look for from these indicators, okay? And it's going to grade each one, okay? And sorry, my mouse is a little jumpy here. It's either going to tell us that we have, no setup, okay? Or we have a B setup, or we have an A setup. And right now we got an A plus setup to the downside on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. We call it the Ultimate Trading Assistant because it's going through that checklist and it's confirming what we think we see. Do we even have a setup? Right now we got an A setup. I'm okay with B setups though, because it shows us that, things are starting to take form. Down here you got the Maverick Trender. When this line is pegged to the top, it's showing massive strength and momentum. We get that downtrend label. And you can look back here, if you go from this flat top from here to here, that was a nice profitable move down. Red to the downside, green to the upside. You can see this flat top. This sucker went straight up even at 5:30 in the morning. Here's another flat top. Went right up. And it's like this line can't go any further. Here's red going straight down. So when this line is like a flat top here, it can't go any further and it just kind of levels out at the top. We love those. And right now your Maverick Trender is pegged to the top. So you're creating a new flat top. Maverick zones, of course we're stopping right here. You got a zone right here. It's been auto drawn by your Maverick zones. And we'll get back to that. I'll show you that in a second. So see up here, T1 through T5, I want you to think of them as traders. They're algorithms, but think of them as traders, and they're voting across 6 time frames. And you can change these time frames to whatever you want. But imagine if I put you in the room with 5 other traders who all had a completely different style, and they were voting across 6 time frames. Would that give you confidence to go short here? If you knew that 5 other traders were all voting across 6 time frames and they were all voting bearish. Yeah, I think so. So guys, this is what we're doing. We're stacking probability. You got hot pink candles, your strongest downside data candle. You got a red background. Maverick radar is giving you an A plus setup. You got all 5 traders are voting bearish across 6 time frames, and the Maverick Trender's pegged to the top. I mean, this is like, yeah, I wouldn't go long here. All right, so let's talk about the Maverick zones, auto drawing our support and resistance zones. How cool is it that we no longer have to draw our support and resistance zones? See how some are thinner and some are thicker and wider, I guess you'd say. It's running a formula to not only understand where the zone should be, but when price gets close to it, it gives you this probability score, price holding or breaking. Anything less than 90% is fair game for breaking. Anything greater than 90% is like a brick wall. Okay, and right now what do we got? 55, 53, nowhere near 90%. So these suckers are game for breaking. All right, absolutely game for breaking. I'm just gonna see, are we gonna touch like 1,000? I'll close it out. So if you see pink, it will most likely sink. We're seeing this just play out right here in front of us, right? Okay. And look at how we're just stopping right to the T at the bottom of the zone. So stinking cool. We have not stopped having an A+ setup on the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. Even during the retracement, we're still getting an A setup to the downside. How stinking cool is that? Okay. All right, it's gonna move slow. This is ES in the morning, and look, we're stuck right here, but a zone is a zone is a zone is a zone. We're gonna get hung up a little bit. Okay, we got to chew through these orders till we can get to the next level. And the next level is right here. All right, this is a zone to zone game. This is a zone to zone game. All right, and we're not confused why the price is stopping here because we see it. We got the zone. Check this out. This is the Maverick Gamma Pro. It's going to be coming out in about 3 weeks. You get 2 emails per day with these levels, and these levels automatically get put on your chart at 7 a.m. This is so stinking cool. These are dealer levels. These are institutional grade levels that we're calculating in-house on our own server. And this is where the market makers need to make decisions. These are crazy important levels here. Okay, doesn't replace any of our indicators now. We're still going to use the Maverick zones and everything like that. But if price can get below this yellow line, guys, you're going to fly down. If price can get past this yellow line, the gamma flip, everything gets crazy under the yellow line. Above the yellow line, it's pretty calm. Below the yellow line, it wouldn't be shocking if we start flying down, if we can break and close below this yellow line. And this is the Maverick Gamma Pro. It's going to be available to members first, early access, way better price, the whole nine in about 3 weeks. We'll announce all that, I promise. We're just finishing up the server so it can support TradingView and NinjaTrader, but it's going to be a game changer for so many of you guys. It's been so fun to trade using these institutional grade levels. Unbelievable. So anyway, just want to give you a shot of this. And if we can get a break and a closure below that yellow line, woo doggy, we're gonna come flying down. Look how cool this is. Oh my God, these levels have been money. It's been really fun to trade them. So anyway. All right, so again, it's just going to move really slow. It's 9:51 on a Monday. Monday mornings have been just really slow for some reason. I don't know why. The last few weeks, Monday mornings have just been like, meh. But we got a red background. The bears are in control. We got hot pink candles. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. We pretty much had an A+ setup most of this time. Now it does calculate per tick, so it's going to flash in and out. But for the most part, we've had an A+ setup, and all 5 traders have been pretty darn bearish across 6 time frames. Pretty awesome here across all 6 time frames. And you can actually add a 7th time frame, but instead of trying to look at 6 charts on your screen, why not have that Maverick Multi-X up there, just showing you. And the data is there. Now we just need the candles to catch up with the data, right? The candles just need to catch up with this tremendous amounts of downside data. So we're just going to leave our charts up here. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Should be, all signs are pointing to the downside. Getting a touch of retracement, but that's totally normal. Okay. Do we have any news today? Let me see here. No, you don't have any news today. This is a Maverick news. I'm terrible about checking the news. With one click of a button, we can turn on the Maverick news and see, there's no news today. No Fed talking, no, president or scheduled president talking, or the Fed chairman, or any sort of news releases by the Fed or anything like that. So we're good there. We're good there. So we can just, with one click of a button, we can turn that off and we're back to our trade. So pretty cool. This sucker's going to come down. I mean, all signs are pointing down. We're just waiting for the candles to catch up with the data. So, yeah, Pretty cool stuff here. Okay, we hit this zone, we came down, almost tapped that zone, came up here to this zone. Now we're coming down. Now we're getting hung up between these two zones before we can head off to the next zone. Okay, pretty cool stuff. And now you see it coming down. So listen, if you want clear vision on your charts, if you want a little bit more edge in the market, things like this right here, I mean, pretty darn clear. You've seen it play out, how powerful these indicators can be. Not financial advice, do your own research, never any guarantees in any market. We know that. Somebody can come out and tweet something at any point, but man, this is what clear vision is when you stack probability with powerful indicators like this. Again, all our indicators work on NinjaTrader and TradingView in the Ultimate Edge bundle. It's 9:53 a.m., so it's going to move a little slow. So on a Monday morning, but all good. Red background, hot pink candles. We just got to break through this zone here. Still have an A+ setup, and all 5 traders are still bearish across 6 time frames. Okay. Cool stuff. All right, so I'm just going to leave my charts up here. We'll keep watching this thing, but all signs are pointing down. All right. So again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market, of course, but we would love for you to come check us out. All right, I'll put all the descriptions, all the links in the description rather, and you can come check us out. And we have 7-day-a-week support. We're more than happy to answer any questions you might have. So come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.